Welcome to Angel Impact, the official podcast of the Wisconsin River Business Angels. Today, Episode 1, our investment with Blue Line Battery and the future of lithium-ion technology.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Aaron Marks, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this segment of Angel Impact. And I'm here with Leon Ostrowski, and Leon is the chair of the Wisconsin River Business Angels, also known as Midwest Wealth Ventures, and it's Central Wisconsin's only and oldest angel investing group. How are you today, Leon?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
Yeah, well, it's great to be with you, and we're really excited because we're talking about the Wisconsin River Business Angels' most recent investment, which is called Blue Line Batteries. And so we're going to tell you why that's so exciting for the angels and for the community and for the investors and really for all sorts of reasons. So Leon, can you tell us how does Blue Line fit into lithium battery technology?
Well, lithium-ion battery technology is the newest, hottest form of motivating vehicles, and we hear a lot of it with the Tesla and Elon Musk. He's making that for personal use. And of course, they're talking about trucking use. What we have done at Blue Line is made that technology available to the forklift operators in the country, in the United States. And this is the latest technology. It really works into the batteries last longer, and the productivity is really improved as a result of that versus our current product.
Yeah, well, that's pretty exciting. Because I feel like we're really in this, it's sort of like a golden age of lithium ion battery technology, and that electric vehicles I don't think were conceivable up until pretty recently, and that they're on the commercial market now with things like Tesla, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And growing, and you see that from multiple big car manufacturers across the world.
Yeah. And so what you're saying is that where Tesla, puts it on the consumer market, for individuals, as for their automobile, you're saying Blue Line sees an opportunity for, more industrial clients, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty exciting. So can you tell us where does Blue Line fit into the state of the art of lithium ion batteries?
Well, that's a really important part of this investment that we are making in the Blue Line battery through the Wisconsin River Business Angels, because we don't believe that a small company like Blue Line getting started has the resources or the potential to stay on top of the battery technology to be a leader in its invention. That comes from the lithium-ion battery producers. So what Blue Line is doing is taking the best of that technology and adapting it in their platform, which fits into a forklift truck. And they have then the electronics to monitor that battery for its performance over time. So they know when it needs to be charged, how well it's doing. And it's really a state of the art that they have in building that, call it a dashboard that they can observe the performance of that battery over its use.
Oh, that's really interesting. So so not only do Blue Line's customers get a high performance battery for their forklift, but the company is kind of behind the scenes monitoring it and watching the performance and helping them optimize it. Right?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
That's really cool. I hadn't even realized that about Blue Line. And then, you're saying that Blue Line sort of performs this function of being sort of a clearinghouse for lithium ion technology worldwide, so that they can kind of watch the state of the art and then pass that on to their customers, right?
Correct. And it would be important that that technology be commercially available. So it's not, you can monitor the research from a distance, but you actually want to have the product in hand to put it in your batteries and then in turn in the forklift.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like Blue Line is just really well positioned to be a great asset to their customers.
Correct.
And what? Go ahead.
The only thing is, I was going to say, and that's the same reason why we are interested in investing in them. Yeah. Because this has attracted interest from the users, it has attracted interest from the investors, and that's us being one of those.
And so what made you decide to move forward with Blue Line right now?
Well, it's not that we are moving with them right now. We've been watching this company for 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
They performed and presented at the state's governor's business plan competition, and they were still not developing the revenue, but they were developing the technology to adapt that revenue to forklift trucks. So we monitored that, and right now they have started to demonstrate sales, getting orders, and starting to identify some of the right people to build their organization. So they're building the organization and their management team. They're also starting to get sales, and the industry is excited about them. So they want to use their batteries. So when we start seeing those things, we really think there's a potential here for a future long range investment. And that's why we decided to invest, because of the sales starting to take off and our understanding of how the really the greenness of our world is dependent on electric motivation of vehicles.
Yeah. Well, so it's just a really exciting time for for lithium ion batteries and transportation that's powered by them, and then the companies that are bringing this technology to market in different ways. From what you just said, you're highlighting a really important role of angel investors like you, I think, which is that you watch companies and industries and technologies, and you watch them through various kind of, what I would call business development, venues, and you watch them, and then when they're ready, that's when it's time for you to come in, right?
That is correct. And what we find is our investors sometimes want to see more sales. Sometimes they're excited enough that they'll invest when it's still conceptual.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it might be of interest to somebody to invest when it's conceptual is because you can get it for, 5 cents on a dollar of your value. If you're seeing them moving along, it's going to be like 15 or 20 cents on a dollar. So you've got an opportunity to make a bigger return on your investment. The earlier you get in, higher risk, but that's where we provide the service to minimize that risk.
Yeah, right. And I know you do that in a lot of ways. You do that through really extensive due diligence, and then also, just having a team of angel investors with different kinds of expertise, from their combined decades of experience in business.
And I think you mentioned that expertise. That's really one of the things that attracted some of our investors. They says this company needs some financial control type of information. I can provide that, and therefore I think I would be interested in investing that company and my time to help that company succeed. And they're very interested in that relationship continuing to develop.
Yeah, and so that brings us to another point we wanted to discuss. One of the things that sets angel investing apart from other kinds of investing is that the investors are able to come into the companies in which they invest and provide guidance and mentoring at really important stages in their development. So I know with Blue Line, you said there were a couple key areas where they acknowledged that they needed some mentoring and guidance. Can you talk a little bit more about how you're providing that?
Yeah, and I'd say one of them is a area here of financial statements. We want to see all the financial statements, and for the most part, most of the people know how to put together a profit and loss, but they have problem with the cash flow, they have problem with the balance sheet, and the projections on how these things are going to come into the future, and then how you put manpower in the future to support the company and make sure those are being budgeted and tracked, and the projects are maintained with a focus. And this is sort of the role of the controller, to keep that focus, because there's always many opportunities and additional ideas. Now, it's important to capture those ideas so we don't lose them, but it's also important not to invest and dilute ourselves in those ideas till they've been validated. And that's a separate activity, and that is an area where we can help them as well. Yeah. Sort those out, prioritize them, then identify the resources you need to go on to this next part 2 of the company's development, maybe a new division, and that's exactly what's evolving with Blue Line.
Yeah, I just want to stress one more time that with angel investing, companies don't just get capital, which is certainly crucial, but they get basically advisors and like a supplement to their leadership team, to help them make decisions at these really important times.
That is so true.
Yeah. So in kind of closing here, what where do you see the future of Blue Line batteries going? And clearly it's exciting. You can hear just from what we've said about it already that that Blue Line is an exciting company and has an exciting future. But where do you see it going, Leon?
Well, I think there's two major divisions that can come about. One is the one they're currently pursuing, which is the sales of batteries to companies, and that would replace their current batteries in their systems, which are typically lead acid batteries. And they can show an economic benefit for doing that. So there's the payback. But the payback is one where you have to make a significant investment in those batteries. And those in batteries for a forklift truck might be $10,000 or more. So some of those that have a little narrower, let's say do not have the deep pockets to invest in that part of it, could maybe lease those batteries. So maybe they can get power by the hour.
Oh, wow.
And that's sort of a new division, but that's a whole new set of circumstances you need to understand. It's another division of the business, but you don't just say, that's what I'm going to do until you study it and understand, can you make money on that? And it's a different customer. So you really have a different need for those. That might be smaller companies, for example, but there's a lot more of them. So this might allow them to get into something where they can lease it rather than buy it. And that may allow them to be a lot more productive because those forklifts are providing a lot more value than the cost of the battery going in there.
Oh, well, that's really interesting. Well, so clearly Blue Line is an exciting company. It's an energetic company. It sounds like it's driven and it's innovative, and it's it sounds like it's really poised to be to be a leader in channeling this new technology to their market.
One of the things I want to mention is that it's true this is a leader from the product standpoint, but we also want to have a leader from just the leader standpoint, because right on the front end of any new investment is the management team. And if we don't feel comfortable with those individuals, we will walk away. Yeah. And we feel pretty comfortable the president or the leader, the entrepreneur in this company is recognized as a pretty good leader. He has just been recognized as one of the 30 Forbes young leaders under 30 under 30. And he's one of those that has been, selected by Forbes, a pretty significant, powerful magazine, picking out a young individual who we think has a lot of staying power and is building really the support for the organization through his management team.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. And one thing I wanted to show real quick, and for anyone who might want to learn more about Blue Line, is they have this really great website. It's very beautiful, well laid out, easy to use, and I think shows the amount of fun and investment that these people have in their work. It's just there's an energy and a good humor and a levity to to a lot of what they do here, while clearly being a serious company. And I think one of the things I really love is the way that they introduce the team here. The little, the humor that they put in their about page. So I really enjoyed that little touch. So I would encourage people to go to the Blue Line website. Just Google Blue Line batteries if they want to learn more.
But one other thing in closing would be that we're just about closed on this investment. So we've got very strong support from our investment community, and we are going to be closing that investment in the next few days. So if you want to be a participant in that with us, we'd encourage you to move fast and let us know.
Yeah, and if they want to contact you about that, I would recommend they go to www.midwestwealthventures.com and send an inquiry through that website. So, it's very exciting, Leon. Closing this investment with Blue Line Batteries. We've heard a lot about it, and it's obviously one of those win-win-wins in so many ways that angel investing so often is. So, are there anything you'd like to leave us with in closing here?
No, I think that's pretty much it. We're looking forward to this investment. And this investment is not something you put your money in and expect it back in 1 or 2 years. We're looking at this as being patient money and smart money. We provide the patience, so we don't expect a return for 3 to 7 years. And it's interesting. The more successful they are, the longer the exit time, because people want to grow with the company. However, that may be influenced by somebody buying the company and take us all out, and we take our money to the bank and do it all over again.
Yeah. And, I would want to stress about angel investing. It's different from other kinds of investment because, it's like if you put your money in the stock market, you really have no control over the performance of the company. But with angel investing, you put your money in and then, you can directly guide it. So, I think that's a really very, very cool and exciting part of.
Yeah. And that's where you can see the value and the growth of those things. And it's not up 5%, down 10% in one day to the next. Yeah. So it's risky, it's high return, high reward. But when you get all done with this is the highest return type of money that you can put into your portfolio. So therefore, we recommend you only put in about 10, 15% of your net worth into this type of investing. But we're here to guide you so we can improve the chances of success. And as a result of that, we end up getting returns in the 20, 25% return compounded growth rate. Pretty substantial.
Yeah. So I know a lot of investors will be interested to hear about that. And and I would say the rewards come in many levels with angel investing. They come for the investors, they come for the companies, they come for the employees of the companies and the communities in which they're built. So
and the environment is being enhanced and improved because it's green technology that can be profitable and very, very supported by the industry.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, Leon, it's been great to talk to you about the Wisconsin River Business Angels recent investment in Blue Line batteries. And if you're watching this, chances are that investment is closed already, but you still may be able to get in on that or future ones, certainly. Just reach out to the Wisconsin River Business Angels and go to www.midwestwealthventures.com to learn more. Thanks so much, Leon.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Angel Impact. And my name is Aaron, and I've been with Leon Ostrowski, who's the chair of the Wisconsin River Business Angels. And we'll talk to you later, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Angel Impact, the official podcast of the Wisconsin River Business Angels. To learn more about the Wisconsin River Business Angels, visit the website at www.midwestwealthventures.com or find us on Facebook.